Speaking of someone else that Blake is not friends with, Taylor Swift was in hiding yesterday, and we don't know why, but there are some theories about. Now, yesterday, you guys noticed, well, everyone noticed because it's Taylor Swift and you can't go a day without noticing something about her, that she showed up to fiance, um, her fiance, Travis Kelce's second game of the season, and it was a home game. It's a Chiefs game. They also happened to lose the game. Did I watch it? No, but I know that. And it's not a great start to the season. MC High Life says, Donna, to be fair, I'm a Chiefs fan, and with their 0-2 start, I'm also hiding behind a screen. This was weird. She has gone to many, many, many games, and she has not ever done what she did yesterday. She's always been pretty public in her entrance to these games. You always see her do that kind of like walk down the hallway in her boots, in her gear, in her jerseys, in her jackets. We always see exactly what she's wearing with her red lipstick, with her outfit. Then she goes into the box and she sits in the box, and we see exactly, or in the suite or whatever it's called, and we see exactly what she's wearing, what she's drinking. We see her cheering with the mom, with the what. We don't see her yesterday at all. We don't see her arriving. We don't see her walking into the suite. We don't see her in the suite. And that is unlike Taylor Swift. So, what we do see instead is, I will pull it up right now, is this video, which is a little bit. Let me pull it up. I mean, there's a longer one, but this is a 6-second video that someone posted on X, which is very odd. There must be, and I don't really know exactly how the setup is like from her angle. I don't know how many paparazzi, how many people are standing like on the press side filming when Taylor Swift walks out of like the private area through the public hallway, not public, but just like the VIP hallway towards the private suite. But it's enough people that there's always cameras and they all film her. And this is what happened right before. Let me see if there's a better video of like the setup. Yeah, I think this is the better video. Right before she walks out, they start setting up this kind of strange barrier, which we have not seen happen from the beginning.
Eagles at the 24th, Kansas City. Handoff goes right side again. This time a nice push. As Dillon was the ball carrier and a gain of 4 yards. Aaron Tillery rotating in on the defensive line. But a football advancement by the Eagles just beyond.
They set up this like very tall, fold out barrier. It was quite a situation. It was kind of cool. I kind of want one in my house so that I can be behind it and then my kids don't know I'm there. They set it up. People kind of standing on both sides. And then the second she comes out, they just kind of start following her and walking with her. And they kind of wrap it around her so no one can see her in the front. And then no one can see her in the back. It's like a pretty genius little move. So apparently is a barrier that TMZ has now spoken about or come up with, because people are having theories from left and right. Like at first, people are saying, well, this is really interesting. What could it be? Number one, October 3rd, we're at September 15th. That means that she's officially, I don't know, is September a 30 day or a 31 day? I think 30 days in September. So we're officially 15, 18 days out from her album coming out. Does that make sense? 18? 18 days out from her album. She's very close to her album coming out. So some people are speculating, does she have a brand new look that she's about to show off? You know how she always kind of like changes her looks for each of her albums. Maybe she's changing her hair. She's doing some big hair change and she doesn't want anyone to see her in this in-between time, or she wants to reveal this new look right when she reveals the press for the album. Maybe it's a lot of people, of course, are starting to say, Maybe it's pregnancy. Well, look, we just saw her publicly, not a few days ago when she was proposed to, and then she went to the game in fairly tight clothes. There's no way that she's that pregnant that she would be so, popped that she can't hide it with a sweatshirt or a baggy outfit or a jacket. There is absolutely no way. I think that has nothing to do with that. Some of the other theories that people are saying, 5 of the best theories, this is an article on page 6, is security concerns. This is what my feelings are, is that after what happened last week with Charlie Kirk and the political assassination of Charlie Kirk, I truly believe, and this is my guess, I truly believe that she has definitely beefed up her security measures. I think that if you've been following Taylor Swift for long enough and just watching her documentaries and seeing what has happened before in public settings, celebrities, and seeing, just in general, look at what happened with Ariana Grande in, I believe it was London a few years ago. And even Taylor Swift had to cancel a concert in Vienna a few years ago. This is absolutely a possibility. If you are a public figure, even if you are not someone that goes out there and spews politics and your feelings on political things, which she doesn't do on a regular basis, but she absolutely has done. Hello, she definitely has done. She's spoken about her political feelings on things. There's no question that there are people out there that would consider her a target because there's unhinged people out there, right? Not to mention, her anxiety probably gets ramped up when you see things like this. There's no question that she's getting threats on the daily. There's no question that her security team is fielding left and right like strange, tweets or strange DMs or strange cyber stuff. There's no question. So if there's any possible feelings of like possible threats, like, what if there's that random tweet that says, just wait until I see you at the next Chiefs game or something like that? Even if it's from some no name, 0 followers, random Twitter person, why wouldn't that be enough for Taylor to say, I can't risk it? But at the same time, she probably is grappling with this feeling of, what am I going to do? Miss my fiance's game? I don't want to do that either. I don't want to sit at home and let this random threat from this no-name person that doesn't even may not even exist ruin my life and let me, force me to sit at home. And I enjoy going to the games. I enjoy seeing my friends. I enjoy hanging out with his friends and family as well. I want to have a fun day. So I have to ruin my life and ruin my day and sit at home and be depressed and not be able to enjoy it and celebrate Travis and cheer Travis on. She also may feel a little superstitious about missing his games. Maybe he feels like, no, Taylor, I want you there. I want you to be there. But she's probably, grappling with that feeling of, I don't want to miss it, but I am also scared to be there. There's kind of this back and forth. There's no question that there's probably a little bit of a back and forth. Now, TMZ is reporting that those kinds of barriers are actually bulletproof, which is really interesting. The barrier that we saw is actually considered a bulletproof, bullet resistance, portable shield. And it costs $6,000. They looked it up and it says that, they're saying it will be interesting to see if Taylor keeps this up. The scream may be bad luck though, because they actually lost, but this is something that it may actually be like a real deal security issue for her. And I can see it, you guys. Of course, it could be something silly like she just dyed and cut her hair and she doesn't want to steal Travis's spotlight. She doesn't want everyone to be obsessed with her and, whatever. Maybe she doesn't want to be booed. She doesn't want people to focus on her. I think, of course, people that are talking about Blake Lively and all of that are saying, after everything with the Justin Baldoni deposition news, maybe she's worried about, she doesn't give a shit about that. I don't think anything has anything to do with the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively stuff. But what's interesting is that she did say was it on the podcast with Travis, that she came into the game when she first watched Travis, one of her first games. She said she walked in through the main door with a wig, with sunglasses, with a hat, and not one person recognized her. So it's interesting that she probably could pull it off if she wanted to be in security. I mean, if she wanted to be in disguise, but then she'd have to walk in through the main entrance, which she's definitely not going to risk. Since she's already backstage, I'm just so shocked that there's no like behind the scenes way or like private way that she could actually go from one place to another. It's also surprising that they can't clear the hallway in any way. They have to have them walk right through where people can be, paparazzi can be and stuff. But you guys, I'm telling you, this is a scary time for any public person. I was even thinking about it last night when I was watching some footage. I follow this one paparazzi guy, this guy, Joy of Everything. And he is a paparazzi. He follows a lot of celebrities here in Hollywood, and he goes to the airport and follows them. He used to work for TMZ. He's a really nice guy. But he was filming a bunch of celebrities going from, the Emmys to the after party. And I don't know if they were getting dropped off from their cars and walking a little distance or whatever. And I've never thought this way, but when I'm watching this video, I'm thinking like, are they not nervous? Like Stephen Colbert is just walking all through, the city, whatever, all the cameras on him, talking, 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 talking. And I'm thinking to myself, I would be nervous. There's too many unhinged people out right now in the world now. I hate to even be there, but that's how I would feel if I had a really, really, really public platform and I make some really big statements. American Dreamer says Theo Vaughn says he was scared. I get it. I would be too. If I was Joe Rogan, if I was Theo Vaughn, if I was any of the guys from like Pod Saves America, or if I was anyone from like, I don't know, from any of those like really big, but like also musicians that say stuff that are, Taylor Swift is not like a super political person, but she has been, you know? Um, so it's interesting. El Michelle says, that's crazy to me too. Most newer stadiums have tunnels for the famous people to get to the suites. Interesting. It's never available to her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, are you saying there's really no way? There's not a private way for her to get to the suites without paparazzi? Every celebrity has to be filmed by paparazzi getting to their suites? Is that really the case? Now, I don't know. But you're telling me that every single celebrity that goes to a Chiefs game has to walk by paparazzi? There's no like tunnel? I just find it so strange.